This week for your direct instruction component, we are going to do a little bit with the writing workshop in hopes that as you work on your rough drafts and then revise them to your final copies, you can use some of this information. Specifically, this week we're going to be talking about voice. What is voice when we're writing? Voice is the form of a verb that shows whether the subject is performing the action. Depending upon which form of a verb you use, either the subject can be performing the action or the action can be done to the subject. The first type of voice that we're going to talk about is active voice. In active voice, the subject of the sentence performs the action. The active voice should be used whenever possible. It creates much more interesting and descriptive writing. Emphasis is placed on the subject in active voice. Here is one example of active voice. Ken bought a set of paints. Bought is the past tense of the verb buy, and here Ken is doing the action. The second example, my sister drives to art school. Drives is the present tense of the word drive, and the sister is the person doing the action. So in both of these examples, the subject, Ken, and sister are doing the actions bought and drive. The second type of voice is passive voice. In passive voice, the action is being performed upon the subject. So the subject isn't doing the action is being done to them. It's constructed using a form of the verb be and the past participle. You use passive voice to emphasize the performer of an action, not the person that the action is being done to. For example, a set of paints was bought by Ken. Was bought is the passive voice. We have a form of the verb be and the past participle bought. In this case, we are emphasizing the fact that the set of paints was bought, not who bought them. In the second example, my sister was driven to art school. In this case, was driven is the passive voice, was being the form of the verb be, driven being the past participle. And in this case, the emphasis is placed on the fact that someone else drove the sister to art school. She is not the one doing the driving. You should use active voice because it allows your writing to be more direct and to the point. It eliminates a lot of wordiness that can be associated with using the passive voice. It keeps your writing concise. Many times, if you change a sentence from passive to active voice, you're able to eliminate quite a few words, making it much clearer to your reader.